Whoa! Hey ABC, it's Ron. Thanks for joining me. Got a pretty good little pile of stuff here to show. Went out and hit a few record stores, hit a few antique places. Did good at the antique places. I got some pretty good albums cheap there. So yeah, I got a little pile here, but this could be my last video I think for a couple of weeks. I'm gonna take a little break. So I'm gonna knock these out and let's get started. First, I just got this today. It's the Lewis and Clark Expedition. And I picked this up over at the record store. It's a consignment piece. Pretty rare album. It's in stereo and Cold Gems label. Their only album and short-lived band. These guys, a lot of these band members were in the same band as Michael Nesmith before he joined the Monkees. In fact, a couple of these guys auditioned for the Monkees, but Nesmith got the part, obviously. But there's some good tracks on it, but I was a little disappointed in it because it was so popish. I wish it had rocked out a little bit more. But there's this one good rocker that's playing right now, and it's called Destination Unknown. And then there's also a psych sitar track on here that's real cool. And then they do this Memorial to the Native American Indian with some really excellent spoken word. And then it goes into the Lament of the Cherokee Reservation Indian. The song that the Raiders, had the hit with in '71. Well, this is an earlier version of it, quite different arrangement, and has some different lyrics. So that was really cool too. But like I say, it's a bit poppy, but rare. So pretty happy to get it. Then I got a really nice stereo Leaves. Hey Joe. Oh man, I'm just so happy about this. It's mono cover and it's got a stereo sticker. It's uncut. Pretty clean. It's got some light hairlines here and there on it, but quite nice. And this was another consignment piece that I just picked up. Traded in some stuff so the damage wasn't too bad. Okay, I think I'm going to flip on to another song off of this album. Okay. This has been reissued and I just picked up an original sealed copy of it, and it's Sidewalks Talking, Chuck Collins and David Starr. And this is still sealed. This is an uncircumcised copy, meaning it hasn't been drilled out or cut. So yeah, I'm probably going to crack it, but I listened to it on YouTube, and it's sort of gentle prog folk with a lot of sound effects like street noises and thunder and rainstorm and that kind of thing. A lot of flute going on, so if you're not a flute fan, probably wouldn't like it, but it is a good album. 1970, and it's on the Ovation label. So pretty nice. Then I got this at the Antique Mall. Genesis in the Beginning. And this is a pretty nice clean copy, man. Excellent condition. And I got it cheap. Stock copy. So I have 3 copies of this album now. I have the stock copy, I have a gold label promo, and I have a 1970s reissue. So I'm pretty well set on this album, I would say. Really cool Jefferson Airplane sort of styled psych with the outstanding track World Without You on side 2 with some of the finest psychedelic guitar work you will ever hear. Then I picked this up yesterday, and I got it for a fraction of value. It's a near mint copy of Willie and the Red Rubber Band, and this is their first album from 1968, and it's on the Orange RCA. Now I don't think this one ever came out on the black label. I think they were all orange. I've known about this album since the 90s, and I used to know a guy that he trash talked it one day. So I was always under the impression it wasn't any good. Well, I found this copy last night and it was so nice and so cheap. It's uncut, I mean, beautiful in the original shrink, so I grabbed it, you know. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. Kind of punky vocals, kind of bluesy, a little bit, not really psychedelic, but kind of that way, but not really. I just like this album. I don't know if there's any songs on here that I didn't really like, so definitely check this one out. It may be on YouTube. Don't expect anything, you know, really good, but for an obscurity, it's totally cool. I'd like to hear their second album. They only had a couple of albums. So, you know, you gotta love these guys' outfits. I mean, they have these special suits made with the band logo on their chests. I mean, that's classic. Okay, this next one I got is by the band Forevermore, Yours, and this is their first album. Alright, I'm gonna put on another track off that album. Yeah, these guys were a UK band, and it was co-produced by Simon Napier Bell, who was the manager of the Yardbirds and John's Children, and a lot of other bands as well. And it came out in '70, and I'd never heard this one before, and they bring some pretty good money. 25-30 bucks I think, and I picked this up pretty cheap at the antique mall, and it's clean, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I was looking at the UK cover of this, and they had a totally different cover than this. It was more geometric, very simple geometric design on a cover. I think this is much better cover. I listened to it once, I can't describe it too much, but it's sort of proggy, folky, and it's got dashes of country come into it every once in a while. It's interesting. And then I got the first US Sweet album. Finally, I've been looking for this for a number of years, and the cover for this thing is always worn. This thing is in great condition, but it's got a few marks on it, but it's not bad at all. It's on the Bell label. There's the inner. This isn't a true album. I think it's made up of UK singles and stuff like that, but this has got some really good songs on it. Little Willie, that was like the first US big hit, and I remember that quite well from when I was a kid. So yeah, pretty cool. And this one's probably this is the oldest record that I got of the pile, and it's also the most valuable. And it was actually one of the most cheapest of the pile as well. It's an original Go Champs Go from 1958. Now there is a blue vinyl version of this that's worth like a couple of grand near mint. One of those recently sold on eBay. It was in VG condition and it went at auction for $400. This is not one of those. Those are very rare. This is actually the black vinyl version. And it's got the big hit Tequila on it. I'm sure most of you know that. And that's the original touring band on the front. And I found out through some research, this is the 58 touring band. In 59, the Champs changed. They changed a lot. The band consisted of Glenn Campbell, which was surprising. It consisted of Jerry Cole. And it consisted of Seals and Crofts, the Snoozemeisters from the 70s. But I mean, excellent condition. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And Challenge label, which was owned by Gene Autry, the America's Singing Cowboy. And they took the name Champs from Gene Autry's horse, Champion. So a pretty good album. Pretty happy with it. I think I will hang on to this. So that does it for the record showing, and tomorrow's the Flamin' Groovies, and I'm actually going to go meet the band. They're doing an in-store signing tomorrow before the concert. So I'm going to meet the band and get an autographed record. So that should be very, very cool. And one more thing, when I was out at the antique mall yesterday, I saw a Beatles Yesterday and Today butcher cover in the case. And they had a sign on it that said, Rare Stereo, Beatles butcher cover, paste over, $1,150. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't. It had the Certified Gold Record Award logo printed on the front cover. I mean, this was far from a butcher cover. I don't know if they were just misinformed or if they were trolling for a sucker or what it was. But if they truly believe that's what they have, they're in for a rude awakening one day. Their bubble is going to burst. In fact, I told one of the store clerks about it. I don't know if anything's going to be said, but at least I made an effort. So that was just crazy. But yeah, you see that a lot, you know, stuff overpriced because they don't really know what they have, or underpriced because they don't know what they have. It works both ways. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'm done, and I'll let you know how the Flamin' Groovies concert was next video. Hope you enjoyed checking out my recent finds, and I'll catch you next time.